3 years ago, I did a video called Melted Buildings of Giona Island, Naples, Italy. You can go look it for yourself. I show you here melted buildings in plain sight, and most of these buildings are underwater. Okay, so I found something very suspicious on Google Earth. When you go to Google Earth, right, they're really hiding the Earth here, the real shape of the Earth, the actual continent. But if you go to Google Earth, zoom in on the sea, on the ocean, what's missing here, folks? What's missing? Boats and airplanes. You know, there's a huge flight path of planes. If you go to, Flight Radar 24. Let me go to Flight Radar 24. Let me see there. Let me zoom out here. Right here, you can see in the Pacific Ocean, you see tons of planes going back and forth every single day. And if you go to Google Earth, you don't see a single plane anywhere. Zoom in, right? You can do this for yourself. I'm not making this up. You can do this for yourself. And ships, where's all the ships? If you go to Singapore, where's Singapore? Right down here, where the majority of the ships come from. You can zoom in here, and you can see the ships, right? You can see the ships. And you know for a fact that these ships are going between the Pacific Ocean, and the majority of the boats go to LA port and the Vancouver port. So let's just move it to the Vancouver port. Let's see if we can find ships here. No ships, folks. No ships. Where are all the ships? Okay, when you go in near the coast, you see the ships, right? But when you go out here, you don't see anything. They are hiding something, folks. They are hiding major stuff here. So the point of the video is, they are hiding the big buildings. All the major structural stuff of the past, of the melted past, are here in the ocean. Like buildings that dwarf anything that we see on land. Like if you think about the biggest mountain in the world, in the Himalayas, these dwarf that, folks. These dwarf that, and I'm going to give you proof. I'm going to show you proof in a second. So I highly suggest you go to this Facebook page. It's called All Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings. Amazing group. There's more appearing everywhere. Not on Facebook, not only on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. They're all seeing this, folks. It's all happening everywhere. Everybody's seeing it. So let's go back to here. I'm going to show you something here. So as you know, pyramids are part of the old world, and they've been melted too and destroyed. And pyramids are everywhere. Pyramids are everywhere in the world. You can see mountain-shaped pyramids. But here, I'm going to show you this. This is near British Columbia. Up the coast of British Columbia. What do you see here, folks? Pyramid-shaped mountains. Underwater mountains. And like I said, they want to hide this stuff. So I'm going to show you how big these pyramids are. You know the Giza pyramids, they're probably what? I forget the measurements. They're probably, they're very big. But there's nothing compared to this. So I'm going to show you on one of these pyramids. I'm going to measure distance. So I'm going to measure the distance from here to here. One of these pyramids. Look at that, folks. This pyramid stretches, the distance between one end and the other is 21 miles. Sit back on your chair and just think about that. One pyramid here is 21 miles. Not like hundreds of meters or thousands of meters. I mean miles. Here's another one right here. Oops, let me stop that one. Go to this one. Measure distance. 29 kilometers, which is 18 miles. These are gargantuan, folks. They are hiding everything on the ocean floor. The reason why they can't hide everything on land, because we can probably go see it, survey ourselves, right? But the ocean, they are hiding everything in the ocean, folks. Everything you see is a fraud here. Everything here you're seeing. Look at this thing, this wall here. This is a gigantic wall. What was this, folks? What was this part of? What kind of building was this? Right? So, also, I just want to verify something. Like, I know I'm using Google Maps. I want to see if, Google Earth shows the same thing. And what do you see here? Same crappy CGI. And they just show it from space, right? The same crappy CGI. They're not even showing the real ocean floor here, folks. They're just hiding it. They are hiding it big time. It's sad. Look at this. It's all CGI. Mumbo jump. Nothing's real here. Yeah, take a look at a good Facebook page. All mountains are melted brick buildings. I've done loads of videos already, and some other people have done loads of videos. And I've done a video here 3 years ago, melted buildings of Gargantuan Island, Naples, Italy. A lot of the buildings that you see cannot be seen because it's underwater, and Google Earth, good old Google, is hiding everything. And speaking of melted buildings and old world buildings, the supposed Roman Empire, which is all a lie, it's all fabricated, folks, to explain away the buildings. It's all about the buildings, okay? Everything I'm talking about, everything you've been taught in school, etc., etc., it's all explain away the buildings. So here, this is from a Facebook page I found. They say this: Roman engineers mixed volcanic ash, lime, seawater to make marine concrete that set, and even got stronger underwater. They're blah 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 blah. You can read this whole thing. They give a lot of credit to these Romans, right? These Romans did everything all over the world. Yet, this is funny. Yet they're in these supposed. This is from the Clash of the Titans, so this is one example. They're in these supposed costumes. Like that's what they wore. That's what they tell us, in skirts. Men in skirts, right? Building these things. Just to mock our intelligence, right? Because, everything they told us is a lie. 100% lie. And, they tell us these Roman Empire, they had so many good engineers, but yet they have these men in skirts, right? Running around with swords, fighting things. The truth is, if you think about it, if these people have the intelligence to create all this architecture, right? You would think they have the intelligence to make something better than this. Think about it, folks. Sit back and think about it. If they have the intelligence to make this, then why wouldn't they have the intelligence to make something better than this? Why would they have, think about it. Why would you have your legs exposed like this and your arms exposed like this? Give me a break, folks. And finally, I want to talk about the Earth versus the Sun. They tell us right here. Actually, let me go to, this is Britannica.com. The Sun's radius is a staggering 109 times greater than the Earth. Makes this truly impressive. Let's think about that, folks. Think about that. That's you don't have to do any calculation. Just think about it. The Sun is, that's what they tell us, is 93 million miles away, but it's only 100 times greater than the Earth. If that's the case, you think about how far 93 million miles. No, don't think about 93 million miles. Think about how far maybe 10,000 miles is, or 100,000 miles. If this is the case, right? If it's only 109 times greater than the Earth, we wouldn't be able to see the Sun from 93 million miles away. People can't. I don't think people can fathom how far 93 million miles is. That's the number they give us in school, right? This is all mumbo jumbo. Everything in the school is a lie. I think the only thing truthful in school is maybe math and maybe some physics. You think about it. Geography is a lie. History is a lie. Most likely biology is a lie, because right, they tell us, right? The health science is a complete lie, right? Tell me something that was actually honest in school. They tell us. I think only math is the only honest thing they teach us in school. Maybe some physics and some chemistry, and that's it. I'm telling you right now, everything's a lie. You think about history, geography, English. I think the languages that tell us is a lie. I don't think that's the real language. What we're speaking right now, I don't think that's the real languages. I believe before the big meltdown and before the New World Order took over, human beings or whatever the species before us, they communicated with telepathically through your pineal gland, your front of your brain, right? Your front of your brain has a pineal gland. I think you can communicate telepathically towards other species, other human beings. The minute you're born into this world, they inject you with so much crap, right? Just to stop the pineal gland from activating, right? So that's something. But yeah, right here, folks, the sun. There's no way in hell we should be able to see the sun 93 million miles away if it's only this this is 400 times bigger. Britannica says 100 times bigger. But yeah, think about it, folks. 93 million miles away. The sun, we wouldn't be able to see the sun from that distance.